Hi everyone, bonjour tout le monde. Today we are going to learn an important part of grammar, that is l'imperative. L'imperative is not a tense, it's a move we use when we give someone some advice or suggestion without using subject. So nous utilisons l'impératif pour donner des ordres, des messages, argent et des conseils. L'impératif a seulement trois formes, tu, nous et vous. Il n'y a pas de pronom sujet dans la phrase. Nous ajoutons un point d'exclamation en lieu de point à la fin d'une phrase à l'impératif. So here, that is, we use only three forms, you, nous, and vous, without using subject. And at the end of the sentence, we use exclamation mark. We never use a full stop. So let's see how to use l'impératif, means the formation. So whenever we talk about formation, first we'll talk about ER verb. You know what is ER verb? ER verb that end with ER, they call ER verb. So here I took regarder verb. Regarder means to watch. Now here, if you know the conjugation of the verb in present tense, then l'imperative is very much easy to form. We just need to remove subject and the conjugation is same. Only one change is there in case of you. As you know, in case of you, we put es. In l'imperative, we remove s and we put exclamation mark. For example, this one, tu regard, no regardo, who regarding, you know the conjugation. Now in l'imperative, it's become regard, regardo, regarding. Regard is in case of informal singular. Regardo when you include yourself in case of no. And regarde in case of plural or formal. So here, regard means watch, let's watch. Regarde means watch. Okay. You see one example, that is first one. Regard ce film, watch this movie. When you include yourself, it's become let's, and here we talk about movie. Regardo cette émission. Émission means TV show. So let's watch this TV show. Now here, look at the picture. Regarde cette photo. So it's formal, or we can say it's plural. When you are giving advice or important message to the group, in that case, we use plural form, that is group or formal. So I hope ER verb is clear. In case of ER verb, important parties in conjugation. In case of Q, informal singular, just remove S. Okay, for example, if we talk about a parler verb or we talk about manger verb, in that case, conjugation is same, only you need to be careful about S. Like mange, mangeons, manger. Parle, parlons, parler. Okay, so I hope this one is clear. Now we'll talk about another verb, that is IR verb, finir. So finir means to finish, and here the conjugation that we know in case of tu finis, in case of nous finissons, in case of vous, finissez. Fini, finissons, finissez. So here, first example, finish your homework before you go out. So fini te devoir avant de sortir. Okay, so it is like finish your homework, that is informal. That is informal way. Suppose someone is giving advice in formal manner, or to one person, that is due form. Now, when you include yourself, let's finish our meal before leaving. So here you use new form. Finissons notre repas avant de partir. In case of formal or plural, it's become finissez vos exercices pour demain. Finish your exercise for tomorrow. Okay, so I hope this one is clear. It's a finir verb, IR verb, and there is no change. If you know the conjugation of IR verb, then it's become easy. You just need to remove subject and rest is same. The conjugation is same. Now we'll talk about ahri verb. Ahri verb, that is faire. Faire means to do or to make. Now here you know the conjugation. Nous fait, nous faisons, vous faites. So here, like suppose you are giving advice to someone, like do your homework, it's become faites tes devoirs. If you are saying let's take a walk, like you're including yourself, it's become faisons une promenade. Promenade means walk. So faisons une promenade. Now pay attention. So faites attention. Faites attention. It's a plural manner. So here you can see we are not using subject. In l'imperative, we remove subject and the conjugation is same. Only be careful In case of ER verb, we remove S. Same when we talk about ale verb, like in case of ale verb also, ale is not a ER verb. Ale is a highly regular verb, but if you are giving advice or suggestion to someone, ale verb will have lumbative form. In case of Q, it's become Q-var. We never put S. Okay, so as you know the conjugation Q-var, so here it come only var. Okay, in case of nu, it is same like ale verb, that is nuzano, this become alo. Alo. And in case of vu, it's same like ale verb, that is nuzale. So here we put only ali. It's ali. In case of lambera. So I hope this one is clear. Va, alo, ale. Be careful in case of lambera if we never use S. Okay. Next one, we'll talk about exception. Exceptions are very much important. Okay, so let's talk about exception. In case of exception, we'll talk about etra, avar, savar, and ulvar. So let's see the chart. In case of exception, exception, you need to memorize it. We never use the conjugation in present case. We use different form. So in case of avar, it's become a, ayo, aye, etra, swa, swaino, swaihe, savar, sas, sasha, sashe, vulvar, vai, vaino, vaihe. Avar means to have, etre means to be, savar means to know, vulvar means to want. Okay, so you need to memorize it. We use different form in case of laborative. Okay, and here we never use subject. Okay, and we end the sentence with exclamation mark. I hope format is clear. Let's see some examples of exception, that is etra, that is to be. Now, the first example is be kind. Suppose we are giving advice to someone, a suggestion, be kind, informal. So in that case, it becomes swak shon. Similarly, suppose you are saying, let's be kind. So it's become swaino shon. And if you are saying this one, a crook, in that case, it's become swaye shon. Okay, now we'll talk about another example, that is, let's be careful. It becomes swaye, swayo, prudon. Prudon means careful. So swayo, prudon. Now, be patient. So it's become swaye, patient. Swaye, patient. Okay, now we'll talk about another verb, that is avar. Avar means to have. So here, for example, if we are saying have confidence. So have confidence, we are giving suggestion to someone. So in that case, it's become a confiance. A confiance. Okay. Now, if you're saying let's have hope. So I hear the l'espoir. I hear the l'espoir. Okay. Now, if you're saying okay, have courage, it's like I hear the courage. I hear the courage. Okay. So avar etre. That is, I hope this one is clear. Now we'll talk about savar. Savar means to know. Okay, but here, that is, we never use present tense conjugation, that is to say like this. Here we use different forms. It's become know the answer. So know the answer is sache la réponse. Sache la réponse. Okay, let's know the truth. If you're including yourself, in that case, you use ONS form, new form has become sachant la vérité. Sachant la vérité. Vérité means truth. Now, know the way. If you're giving suggestion to someone, it's become sachez le chemin. Sachez le chemin. Okay, now this one is être, avoir, and savoir. I hope it's clear. Now we'll talk about vouloir. Vouloir means to want. So here, the conjugation is totally changed. That come in exception, you need to memorize. We use only three forms, tu, nu, and vu. Okay. Now, in case of vouloir verb, as you know, we use vai, vaino, vaihe. So, in case of vouloir, the meaning comes please. Whenever you request to someone in polite manner, you use vouloir verb. Okay. In politeness, you use vouloir verb. For example, if we say to someone in polite manner, like please be there, this become vaihe être là. Veuillez être là. If you're saying, please close the door. Veuillez fermer la porte. Veuillez fermer la porte. Please lock the door. Please say, veuillez verrouiller la porte. Veuillez verrouiller la porte. So vulvar verb means to want, but here we are just doing a request, like in polite manner. So you use vulvar verb. You want that people do that thing for you. Okay. So I hope this one is clear. Please don't forget to watch my next video. There I'll explain you important topic of imperative, that is labor pronominal. Okay. So I hope till here it's clear. See you in next video. Bye bye. Our yes.